The Nectar of Devotion by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Prabhupāda. Chapter 33. Conjugal Affection. Above even the humor of love between Krishna and his parents is the relationship of conjugal love. This is exhibited between the Lord and the young gopis in different ways: glancing, moving the eyebrows, speaking very sweet words, and exchanging smiles. There's a statement in the Govinda Vilas to this effect. Srimati Radharani was looking for Krishna very anxiously and almost disappointedly. When there is such indirect expression of conjugal love, there is smiling, astonishment, enthusiasm, lamentation, anger, dread, and sometimes ghastliness. These 7 exchanges of conjugal love form another state of ecstatic love. In a direct relationship of conjugal love, there is laughter, astonishment, chivalry, lamentation, anger, and dread, but there is no ghastliness. These expressions are considered to be the great reservoirs of pleasure. When these 7 kinds of ecstatic loving exchanges are manifested, they attain the status of steadiness by which the taste of conjugal love expands. After he had stolen some curd from the pots of 2 gopis, Krishna told one of his gopi friends, "My dear beautiful friend, I can take oath that I have not stolen even a drop of curd from your pot. But still, your friend Radharani is very shamelessly smelling the flavor of my mouth. Kindly forbid her from this devious policy of putting her face near mine." When Krishna was speaking like this, the friends of Radharani could not check their laughter. This is an instance of ecstasy in conjugal love. Once Brahma was watching all the cows and the cowherd boys dressed in yellow garments and decorated with valuable jewels. The boys were expanding their forearms and were being worshipped by many hundreds of other Brahmas. All the cowherd boys began to express their joyfulness for being with Krishna, the supreme Brahman. At that time, Brahma showed his astonishment by exclaiming, "What am I seeing here?" This is an instance of astonishment and ecstatic love. On the bank of the Yamuna, once there was a crackling sound of dry leaves, giggling from the cowherd boys, and thundering from the sky. Sridham was tightening his belt to fight with Krishna, the conqueror of the demon Aga. This is an instance of chivalry and ecstatic love. In the 10th canto, 7th chapter, 22nd verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a description of Krishna's being taken away by the whirlwind demon Trinavarta. As Krishna was being thus carried up into the sky, all the gopis began to cry aloud. They approached Mother Yaśodā, stating that they could not find the son of Nanda. He had been taken away by a whirlwind. This is an instance of lamentation and ecstatic love. When Krishna was fighting with Kāliya, Mother Yaśodā exclaimed, "Krishna is now entrapped within the hoods of the Kāliya snake, and yet I am not tattered to pieces. So I must admit how wonderful is the preserving power of this material body." This is another instance of lamentation and ecstatic love. When Kutila, the sister of Abhimanyu, saw Krishna wearing a necklace, she could understand that the jeweled ornament had been given to him by Radharani. She therefore became absorbed in anger and began to move her eyebrows, expressing her anger and ecstatic love. There is a statement by Yamunacārya to this effect: "Since I have begun to enjoy these transcendental exchanges of love, which are always newer and newer, whenever I remember the pleasure of past sex life, my lips curl and I wish to spit on the idea." This is an instance of ecstatic love and ghastliness. One old devotee said, "My dear Lord, when we are away from you, we become so anxious to see you again, and there is great misery in our lives. But then, when we do see you, there immediately comes the fear of separation. Under the circumstances, both when we see you and when we do not see you, we are subjected to different kinds of tribulation." This is an instance of a contradictory mixture of ecstatic love for Krishna. Such ecstatic love is palatable, and expert critics have compared such ecstatic love with a mixture of curd, sugar candy, and a little black pepper. The combined taste is very palatable.